Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's video. As you can see, it is a rainy day, but it is a race day. Today I am doing a mountain bike time trial. This is actually at the BBMT course, the Bo Beckett Memorial Trail, which you've seen me actually ride a lot in my past couple of videos, mostly to get ready for this race. This race is really not a huge goal for me. It's probably really just a C race. I'm supposed to do 2 laps of this time trial, which is about 20 miles. I have a feeling that due to the rain, if I'm the only one in my category, they may bump me down to just 1 lap. Literally just poured rain. The juniors are about to start. We're not doing any kind of rain delay today, and I need to be ready in 30 minutes to go, but it's just one of those days where you don't want to get out too much in the rain to get too wet, but you want to also do a warm-up, and I don't know, it's a very complicated day. Generally, I hate riding in wet conditions, but I'm trying to really improve my skills so that when something like this happens on a race day, I'm not in a total bad mood about it. So that's really what my goal kind of is for today. Right now, our crew is here. I got Frank parked beside me, Kevin and Misty's on the other side, Sean's over here. All of us but Misty's racing. She's just here to cheer us on today, so we're looking to have a really good time despite the weather. I'm just going to go ahead and get ready in the rain. Probably not going to film much of that just because I don't want to get the camera wet. I am going to put the GoPro on, but I think the quality of the footage is going to be pretty poor. We'll see.
2, 1, go.
I'm not even in the right gear for this.
Go get it!
Alright guys, welcome back to another race day commentary. You guys seem to really like this on the last race video I put up, so I actually enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun, so I'm just going to keep going with this. So as I mentioned, this is a time trial, mountain bike time trial, and you just witnessed the slowest start of the day, I am pretty sure. I just want to point out that this was a local trail. It was the first time we've ever ran this race, and it rained, as you saw. I just wasn't in the mindset to do a race. I wasn't like race ready, even on the start line. I didn't put my bike in the right gear. So I started, and this is a small incline. So I had to basically put my foot down and put it in a different gear because I couldn't grind up the hill. I mean, I was pretty embarrassed. Like, who does that? You know, so silly. The trail was really soaked, really wet. And I really lack a lot of technical ability when the course is muddy or slick. And so there was nobody else in my category today. It was just me for Cat 1 women. And they already told me that they only wanted me to do 1 lap. And with the course conditions, I was good with that. There was no point in me being out there for a whole, a lot longer than everybody else. So I kind of wanted to focus on working on my skills and improve, if at all possible, during this race. And so I really wasn't racing. My heart rate never really revealed that I was racing. And I was actually being really courteous to some of the other riders that were coming up behind me. I probably got passed by maybe 4 or 5 people. I actually got off the trail. I didn't get off my bike. I just kind of got off the trail and let them go around because they were actually racing people. And so I didn't want to cost them any time at all. This trail, there's not a lot of hills. It's mostly flat with a lot of turns. So I think it's the turns that I'm usually the slowest on. And I don't think I rode very well, to be honest. Like I think I rode okay, and I felt like I rode okay for the majority of the race, but I learned a couple of things that I can focus on the next time and actually possibly practice at some point. What I basically learned about myself is that I brake way too much. Now, I actually knew this. Even when it's dry, I think I brake too much. I'm not the fastest downhiller. I'm not the fastest around the turns. But honest, I have been improving on that quite a bit lately. But I didn't get to actually show that during this race because of the weather conditions. But I'm even worse. When it gets wet, I slow down. Like if I see that the corner's muddy, I'm gonna slow down and come into it real slow. And I realized that I don't think other people were racing this way. It was just me doing this, and that I really needed to focus more on carrying my speed through these sections and not braking so much. I didn't really practice that very well during this event, but it's something that I was able to pinpoint. And what I was kind of thinking and telling myself is that I need to let the bike control itself more. Like, I need to let the bike flow, let it do its thing, and it will carry me through. I think that I'm scared of sliding. Like, I don't skid my rear tire out like a lot of people do that. I don't ever do that. I don't ever do that at all. And I think I need to get that feel for the bike being feeling like the bike is out of control underneath me, and getting used to having that feeling and it carrying me through these corners and being okay with that. That was something that was really in my mind kind of towards the end of the race. I was really realizing that I'm not flowing through these sections very well, and that's the only thing I could think of I need to practice this better so that I flow through the corners. Even if the bike's sliding, I need to be comfortable. Now hopefully you can hear me here. I'm gonna turn the volume up because I say something under my breath. I said, don't fight it. I just right before that corner, I say to myself, don't fight the bike. That was me trying to think like I want the bike to do what it wants to do and not control what it's doing in these conditions, and I will flow better through these sections. And you can hear me braking through that corner, and I know that all of this heavy braking has got to be causing me issues, and obviously it's slowing me down, but it could actually be causing me some of these problems I'm even having with traction itself. So I just think that is so funny that I'm sitting there telling myself, don't fight the bike, and then in the next corner I'm fighting the bike, and I kind of fell over, I caught myself. It wasn't really too bad at all, but that's all I'm going to show you guys today of the race footage. My GoPro, it died towards the end anyways. I was trying to figure out how long it would actually last on this trail. So it died before the end, and I was covered with mud. I'll show you guys some pictures, and with the mud and it raining, it was really hard to get the camera out a lot to show you guys much of anything anyways, and it was so cold. So I'll talk to you guys here just a few minutes in the video. Alright, it was a total mud fest for today's race. My feet are frozen, but we were able to kind of get cleaned up afterwards. And now we're just walking up for the podiums. Only had to do one lap. I would say I probably did about okay. Only had one little crash where my front wheel kind of slid out in front of me, but I kind of saved it, but not really. And then I had a small mechanical where a stick got stuck between my cassette and my wheel, and I couldn't get it out. And then my chain ring came off, and I thought I was gonna have to push, but someone actually helped me get it out, and I was able to get back on the bike. So there was no one in my category, so I wasn't really racing against anyone anyways.
Now she knows how to hold the hammer.
Yeah.
Not her first time.
Female cat.
Oh my gosh, so awards are done. I'm about to head home. I am frozen. Essentially, a cold front moved in with this storm, and the temperature has probably dropped about 10 degrees since this morning. So I washed my bike under a spigot, and I pretty much soaked myself under it too. And I've been frozen ever since and have not warmed up. My feet are frozen, my hands are frozen, and I've been shivering for the last 30 minutes. So I'm gonna head home, I'm gonna get in the hottest shower possible. And yeah, that will be it for today. Being on the recovery week, my legs don't ever feel good for a recovery week. That's just how I've always been. A recovery week, I usually feel like trash. But anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video, and I'm going to see you on the next one.